Alright, what is up, you guys? I'm here with the Judgment Day pay-per-view DVD collection, spanning from 2001 to 2009. This was always a great B pay-per-view. You know, it was usually after WrestleMania, after Backlash. So, let's get right into this here. We have 9 pay-per-views to go over here. First up, we have 2001, WWF. Really cool stuff. You have Triple H and Stone Cold on the cover there. Show you the spine. And we do get a match listing on the back. But something really cool with this DVD, a lot of people don't notice this. You get the insert here, but it actually has like the Judgment Day gimmick here. We have trials, evidence. So yeah, it's really just kind of cool they did something like that for the DVD. We have crimes. So, really cool. But we had Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle, 2 out of 3 falls match. Rhino, Big Show, and Test. Chyna and Lita. Triple H versus Kane. Tag Team Turmoil match. And then No Holds Barred WWF title match. Undertaker versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. So, yeah, I always thought that was really cool that they did that for the DVD. And of course, we have the extremely rare Judgment Day 2002. I usually have it wrapped up in plastic, but I took it out for this review. Yeah, I usually keep it wrapped up in a plastic that they actually came with the eBay order, so it was kind of nice of them to wrap it up for me. But yeah, if you can actually find these, it keeps your DVDs really nice. It's like a little plastic slip that I keep a lot of my rare DVDs in. But yeah, this was, of course, the Shop Zone exclusive, so that's why this was so rare. And this is actually my favorite spine of any pay-per-view DVD. I just think that looks so cool. But, we have the WWE name change. That's why it was only a Shop Zone exclusive. And then we have Taker there. Judge, Jury, and Executioner. Alright, so we had Eddie Guerrero and RVD. We had the Hardy Boys versus Brock Lesnar. Kurt Angle versus Edge. We had Stone Cold versus Big Show and Ric Flair. Your Hell in a Cell match, Chris Jericho versus Triple H. Your tag team titles, and then of course Hollywood Hulk Hogan versus The Undertaker for the undisputed title. And you can see you have your disc artwork there, and then your little catalog, which is really cool to have. So yeah, awesome DVD to have, really is. If you can find it for under $100. Alright, 2003, we have kind of a cool cover. It almost feels like a boxing pay-per-view poster or a UFC cover. Really cool. But you have your 2003 spine, of course. And let me make sure there's no insert. Yep, no insert. So I'll just read it off the back here. We have Scott Steiner and Test versus Les Resistance. Tori Wilson and Sable. We have a Battle Royal. Team Angle versus Eddie Guerrero and Tajiri ladder match. Pretty underrated ladder match, honestly. Mr. America versus Roddy Piper. Triple H versus Kevin Nash for the World Heavyweight title. Fatal 4-Way for the women's title. And then Brock Lesnar versus Big Show in a stretcher match for the WWE Championship. And the disc artwork, it's kind of shitty, but, it is what it is. Next up, we have 2004. This pay-per-view is very famous, of course, for the botched Eddie Guerrero blade job. But overall, I actually do enjoy this pay-per-view. It is a SmackDown exclusive, and just an awesome, awesome looking cover. So badass. Alright, so we had Tori Wilson and Dawn Marie. Scotty 2 Hotty versus Mordecai. If anyone here remembers Mordecai, I think he only had 2 pay-per-view matches, if I'm correct. This and Great American Bash, I think, were his only pay-per-view matches. And then we had the WWE Tag Team titles. We had Rey Mysterio and RVD versus the Dudley Boys. John Cena versus Rene Dupree. Undertaker versus Booker T. And then Eddie Guerrero versus JBL for the WWE title. Very cool disc artwork. Has like almost this like glossy shine to it. Really cool. And then your inserts. Next up we have 2005. I always kind of like this cover. I always like the little detail how the title's in the reflection but not on him. Overall, I just think this is a good cover. A lot of people give it shit. There's your spine. In the back here we have Big Show and Carlito, Paul London versus Chavo Guerrero, Eminem versus Hardcore Holly and Charlie Haas, Booker T versus Kurt Angle. God-awful storyline there. Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero, and then John Cena versus JBL in the I Quit match, which was another really bloody match. So JBL was in 2 of the bloodiest matches in WWE history, back to back. This is a really cool insert. I really like that. Just that overall design of it. Really good stuff. Gotta love Ruthless Aggression era. Alright, so we have 2006. You have the Noose. I always kind of like this cover. It's very simple. Yeah, nothing much to it, but I like it. We had Jillian Hall versus Melina. Gregory Helms versus Super Crazy, Cruiserweight title match. Eminem versus Brian Kendrick and Paul London. Chris Benoit versus Finlay. Kurt Angle and Mark Henry. The King of the Ring final, Bobby Lashley and Booker T. Undertaker versus Great Khali. And then Rey Mysterio and JBL for the World Heavyweight Championship. And then another really cool insert. You have like the clouds there. I'm assuming in sunset. So yeah, really cool. And moving along, we have 2007. There is a Blockbuster exclusive I do want. If I can get my hands on that one. With the bonus disc. But yeah, this is a kind of different cover. You know, it's kind of generic, but at the same time it's different. Not the best Judgment Day in history. I'd say this is one of the weaker ones. No insert, so I'll just show you the disc art a while. Pretty cool artwork on the disc. Alright, so we had Ric Flair and Carlito. We had the 3-on-1 handicap match. Mr. McMahon, Shane McMahon, and Umaga versus Bobby Lashley. CM Punk and Elijah Burke. Shawn Michaels versus Randy Orton. Edge versus Batista for the World Heavyweight Championship. 2 out of 3 falls match. Chris Benoit and MVP. John Cena versus the Great Khali WWE Championship match. And then for some reason at the bottom we have the Hardys versus Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch for the World Tag Team titles. Really cool artwork on the back here with all the hands. Pretty cool. Judgment Day 2008. We have Triple H there in the prison. Kind of cheesy, but it is what it is. So, you know, your artwork on the back. This is kind of a really not very talked about pay-per-view. I got my eBay receipt in there. Yeah, this pay-per-view is like rarely talked about, and you can barely ever find it anywhere. But we had The Miz and John Morrison versus Kane and CM Punk. Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho. John Cena versus JBL. Undertaker versus Edge for the World Heavyweight title. And then the Steel Cage match for the WWE Championship. Triple H and Randy Orton. Then you have Triple H there. Yeah, this is kind of, I wouldn't say it's like underrated, but it's one of those pay-per-views you just don't hear about. Not quite sure why. And then finally, Judgment Day 2009. Really cool cover with Edge. And they had a really cool stage, too. They had, like, the weight, or the scale. Not the weight. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And kind of your basic 2009 back here. But we had CM Punk and Umaga. John Cena versus Big Show. Rey Mysterio and Chris Jericho for the Intercontinental Championship. Christian versus Jack Swagger. Edge versus Jeff Hardy for the World Heavyweight Championship. Randy Orton versus Batista for the WWE Championship. And that's about it. Don't believe there's an insert. Nope. And there you have Edge on the disc artwork. So overall, let me know. What are your thoughts on Judgment Day? I think it's a pretty good B pay-per-view. Pretty underrated. So let me know your thoughts on this. And for now, I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been the DVD Freak. Peace out.